Welcome back to the Less Doing podcast. I'm your host, Ari Mizell, and I want to make you more replaceable. Does that scare you? Or does that excite you? Because if it excites you, then you're listening to the right podcast, and you are very likely an entrepreneur. The idea of being more replaceable means that your business can grow beyond you. You do not become the limiting factor in how successful your business can be. And I'm sorry to say that that's often the case. As with an actual bottle, the bottleneck always tends to be at the top. If you can remove those obstacles and remove yourself from slowing things down in the business, and you have a great team, your business will grow without limit. One of the ways that I think is so important for us to get the word out there and differentiate ourselves is through our content. Because the truth is, at the end of the day, none of us are truly that unique. There are 1,000 other people that do what I do. There are thousands and thousands of lawyers, doctors, consultants, architects. There's always going to be somebody else that does what you do and probably does it better, but maybe in a different market, maybe in your own. Maybe they're a competitor, maybe they aren't. One of the best ways that you can differentiate yourself is by putting out content. And there's a number of different ways to do that. It's one of those things that becomes a stumbling point for many people. And when they get busy, content falls by the wayside. Now, we've created all sorts of great methods for content creation, content planning, and even content dissemination that make it so that a minute of your time can result in months and months of content all over the place. But today I want to talk about a very specific way to get content out in a way that tests it and lets you know if there's something viable there. Lots of people have ideas for courses, and courses honestly are a really great way to get the message out there and possibly make a lot of money. There are some course creators that make millions of dollars just by selling their courses on whatever they might be. It could be a course on how to be a better photographer, or a course on creating courses. Those certainly exist. One of the stumbling blocks that I often hear from people is that they don't have the money to produce a really great course. And to that, I say, that's just an excuse. This is how we create courses. So several months ago, or I guess well over a year ago, we launched a case study program. And I was at an event and got an idea of this thing that we could do. I sent out an email to our entire list and I said, hey, I'm looking for a group of entrepreneurs who are looking to grow their business from 6 to 7 figures over the next 3 months, I think I said. And if you participate in the program, you have a chance to be a case study and work with me privately. And we got a couple hundred responses, and then several people signed up to do the program. And then we had to create it. Now, the traditional model would have been, I would have come up with the course structure, maybe worked on the outline, fleshed out the curriculum, created videos, slide presentations, recorded it all, put it onto a really nice platform like Thinkific or Udemy or whatever it might be, and then start marketing it. But I don't like that approach. I take the opposite way of doing it. So we got these people signed up for a course that did not exist. And then the plan was we were going to start the following Monday. I was going to get on a webinar software. At the time we were using Crowdcast, and I was going to teach over the course of 10 weeks, 9 fundamental topics, and then that 10th week was going to be sort of an open Q&A. So every week, I think it was noon on a Monday, I got on with people. We created the slides for each one the Friday beforehand, and I did that in concert with some of my team members. Some very basic slides just to sort of keep me on track. And I started teaching. And I allowed people to ask their questions. And we took that feedback every single week and we added it into the slides and the presentation for the week after. And over the course of 10 weeks, I recorded 10 episodes or 10 modules basically that were not polished, not perfect, but they were really good. And we got really good feedback along the way. And we simply took those recordings, which cost me absolutely nothing to make, and then put those into a learning management platform, which again at the time we were using and still are using, Thinkific, which we're very happy with. Started charging for access to that, and after people went through 4 or 5 iterations of it. We had made a bunch of money on it, knew that people liked it, knew what worked and what didn't. Then we spent the money to professionally record version 2 and release that. And that program is our current Replaceable Founder online course. That is one of our flagship products that precisely helps people who are transitioning and growing from 6 figures to 7 figures in their business, to teach them how to communicate better, manage projects more effectively, and have perfect processes in their business. And it was all based on a process that cost no money, took very little time, and was extremely effective. And there's no reason why you can't do it as well if you have a course to create. If you're interested in seeing what that course looks like, we have a free 5-part preview of it. And you can go to less.do/foundations to find out more and see what that looked like. And as always, check out our free Facebook group, The Replaceable Founder, to continue your journey to become more replaceable.